All right, let's just jump right in. What if I told you that the secret to the most amazing, vibrant garden you've ever had, well, it starts right here, in a bucket of raw fish scraps. Yeah, I know, it looks a little intense, but stick with me, because today we're going to turn this stuff, this literal waste, into pure liquid gold for your plants.
And look, I am not exaggerating one bit. What we see as just gross leftovers, your garden sees as a gourmet meal. It is absolutely packed with nutrients, minerals, and all these biostimulants that are just going to make it explode with life. We're about to create something that will blow any chemical fertilizer you can buy right out of the water.
And this is the key difference right here. Most of those liquid fish fertilizers you buy at the store, they're boiled, to make them last on a shelf. But that heat kills off all the best parts, the living vitamins, the enzymes, the good stuff. Our method, though, uses a cold fermentation process. What we're making is a living probiotic tonic for your soil.
Okay, but I know exactly what you're thinking. A bucket of fish sitting around for weeks, isn't that going to be a nightmare for my nose and maybe my neighbors? Don't worry. Let's get into the science of why this process is actually surprisingly low odor. This is it, right? The number one fear that stops people from even trying this, and it's a totally valid concern. If you just let fish rot in a bucket of water, you will create a biological weapon that smells like a dumpster fire in the middle of July. But here's the thing, we are not letting it rot. We're doing something completely different.
We are going to ferment it. Think about yogurt or sauerkraut or kimchi. Fermentation is a totally controlled process where we use beneficial microorganisms to break down the fish in a very, very specific way. And the secret to controlling that whole process? It all comes down to one secret ingredient. And here it is, the secret weapon, carbon. And we get it from something simple like brown sugar or molasses. See, the fish provides all the nitrogen, but the sugar provides the carbon. And that carbon is the food for the right kind of bacteria. These are our little micro-laborers, and they get to work breaking down all that fish protein without producing those awful putrid smells. So this is the key thing I want you to remember. When this is all done, your fertilizer should have this funky, tangy, fermented smell. Kind of like soy sauce or a really strong vinegar. If it smells like death, yeah, something went wrong. But if you follow these steps, you're going to end up with this amazing, powerful, garden-boosting liquid. All right, science lesson is over. Now it's time to actually get our hands dirty. So let's walk through exactly how you build this liquid gold step by step. It's easier than you think.
The whole process is actually pretty simple. First up, you chop your fish scraps into small, maybe 1-inch pieces. This just creates a lot more surface area for those good bacteria to get to work. Then you're going to layer the fish and sugar just like you're making a weird fishy lasagna. After that, pour in enough unchlorinated water to cover everything. And finally, seal the lid, but, and this is important, make sure you leave some headspace at the top.
Okay, stop. Pay attention, because this is the single most important rule of the entire process. You need a 1-to-1 ratio of fish to sugar by weight. I'm going to say it again. By weight, not by volume. Get this right, and you're guaranteeing that your little micro-laborers have the perfect diet to do their job without any stinky side effects. So once your bucket is all put together, the real magic starts to happen. This is where we just kind of step back, hand things over to the microbes, and, well, we practice a little patience. But there is one super important job you have to do during this time.
For that first week, you absolutely must burp the bucket every single day, no exceptions. See, the fermentation creates CO2 gas, and if you don't release that pressure, you will literally create a fish bomb in your garage. Trust me, you don't want that. After that first critical week, though, you just let it sit. 4 weeks is the minimum, but you can go up to 8.
So how do you know when it's finally ready? Well, the finished stuff, the hydrolysate, it's going to be a really dark liquid. Think of a stout beer or black coffee. That rich color is your sign that all those incredible nutrients from the fish have been completely broken down and are now just suspended in the water, ready for your plants to drink up. So, we've done it. We've made our liquid gold, but the job isn't quite finished yet. Now we get to the final and really critical stage, learning how to use it safely and effectively out in the garden. Okay, first things first, and I cannot stress this enough. This stuff is a powerful concentrate. Do not, under any circumstances, pour this directly onto your plants. You will completely fry their roots and kill them. We have to dilute it. Seriously. And the dilution ratio couldn't be easier to remember. It is just 1 tablespoon of that concentrate for every 1 gallon of water. That's it. That's all you need to create a perfectly balanced, nutrient-packed tea for your garden. A tiny bit goes a very, very long way.
Now, you can use this diluted mix in two main ways. You can use it as a soil drench, just pouring it onto the soil right around the base of your plants, or you can use it as a foliar spray, misting it directly onto the leaves. For both methods, a good rule of thumb is to apply it about every 2 weeks during the peak growing season.
So what's the payoff for all this? Oh, it's incredible. You are going to see leaves turn a deeper, healthier shade of green. You'll see a massive boost in flowers and fruit production. But the best part? You're not just giving your plants a quick chemical fix, you're feeding the entire soil food web. And nothing gets wasted. The leftover solids? You just strain them out and toss them right into your compost pile. So the really big idea here, the thing to take away, is that we're moving beyond just simple fertilization. By creating this living, breathing supplement, you're building a healthier, more resilient ecosystem from the ground up. You are literally feeding the soil itself, and in return, the soil is going to feed your plants. So what do you think? Are you ready to give it a try?